Hey, it's your boy, the Crypto Goon, and shout out to all my crypto goons for pulling up once again. Get more gains with this altcoin than you will with Bitcoin. Now, 5 months ago, I put out a video talking about where this particular cryptocurrency was going to go to while it was in a correction, and then where it will be headed. Let's run that tape. Made a high, this is a weekly high. This isn't the all-time high, but we wicked right here, and then we formed this bearish candle pattern for a move down. Then we'll be headed to the 50, okay? I will be looking for another buy at the 12 cents area. So I buy anytime markets come down. Now what we're talking about is HBAR. So as you can see, we came down to the 23.6, danced around, and then we came exactly to the 50% retracement. And then we turned around and never came back. So we came down to about a little bit over 12 cents. And now we are currently trading at 19 cents. Now, if you're new here, the Fibonacci is law, and it's something that I use consistently in addition to triangle patterns. Now, cryptocurrencies love the 50%. I would say they hit the 50 about 80% of the time, and they also love the 61.8 when it comes to them being in a correction or correction territory, and these can be used as reversal points. Now, short term during this bull run, okay, let me go back to the monthly, and I always use the monthly because it is a lot easier to plot and plan where these cryptos are heading using larger time frames, okay? So in this particular instance, I am going to reverse the Fibonacci. I reversed the Fibonacci to come up with price targets, okay? So I come into the settings, click reverse, click OK. Now, during this bull run, I am looking for HBAR to go to $1, a little bit over $1, $1.05, $1.10, and then for it to go into another correction territory. Now we know around August, September is when most cryptocurrencies go into correction territory, right? That's when they have their correction. And if you don't understand what a correction is, that is this right here. We had this large move up and then price corrects itself. Okay, so we came to the highs previously and then we came back down. Now, during this bull run, again, I'm looking forward to go to $1.05. Now, I suggest you do your research on HBAR. It is a great cryptocurrency. Now, it's not something that I'm holding long term. These are just trades for me to make gains on, okay? Using chart patterns. This is something that I've been consistently doing, especially if you've been watching this channel. You have seen a lot of these pan out. We did it on the SUI. You know, we did it on several other cryptocurrencies, including XRP, XLM, just to name a few. But HBAR is definitely a good one. It is very popular, and currently over at CoinMarketCap, it is listed at number 19. So it's the 19th largest cryptocurrency according to market cap. And as you can see also right here on CoinMarketCap, according to 869,000 votes, 88% of those people are bullish when it comes to HBAR. This is just another indicator to pay attention to. Obviously, volume and, you know, the flow of cash into these products is what actually pushes them to the upside. On the flip side of that, if people are selling their HBAR and their Hedera shares or coins, that puts downward pressure on it. Now, just to check out the crypto bubbles, on the day, we're actually down across a lot of cryptocurrencies. And again, a lot of this has to do with Trump and his continued tariff war with the EU. And, you know, he just went at Apple the other day. And when the president gets online and tweets, this causes investors, investors like you and I to get scared. And then people search for liquidity. Now, here's the other thing. I believe that if Donald Trump didn't do this, you wouldn't see this because most people aren't going to actually read policy to see if he is implementing tariffs. But when they're made public this way, it manipulates the markets. Now, here is one other thing that I want to show you that I talk about in all my videos when it comes to cryptocurrencies. You want to pay attention to the YouTube searches on Google Trends. So real quick, I was doing some research and I came across Doge and New. Now, this is literally Doge 2.0, and they've already raised over $600,000. Now, when it comes to finding a new cryptocurrency to invest in, the first thing that I do is go over to their Twitter. Now, one thing that I noticed, especially with Doge and New, is that Elon Musk is actually following this project. And just checking out their roadmap over the past couple of weeks, I see that their project is growing rapidly and new investors are starting to show up and put money into this coin. Now, I know a lot of you all remember when Doge first came out, a lot of us, including myself, still kick myself today for not investing when Doge was at this price point, less than a cent. And currently right now, Doge Anu is actually at that point. If you look at the current price, it's less than 1 cent. So just imagine the gains that you could have on Doge Anu that you missed out on the original Doge. So just checking out the Doge Anu dashboard. So as you can see, currently we're less than 1%. And as of right now, this is the current projection. So as you can see right now, you can buy Doge Anu using Bitcoin, Ethereum, USD Tether, Binance Coin, and also Solana. And you can use the following wallets. Obviously, Brave browser, because I have that, MetaMask. And if you want to take a look at all of their wallets, they have Coinbase, Wallet Connect, Phantom, Soulflare, Trust is which I use, Rainbow, and Glow. They also have a referral system where you can share a referral link and earn when you send this link to your friends and families and even your social media following to get connected to Doge Anu. Now, one other thing that I want to point out is the people that are buying it. You can see shrimps, somebody bought $500 worth, and also fish, somebody bought 1,000. So you can actually see the real-time transactions of investors that are purchasing this right now. And also, one thing to check out is their Twitter score. They have a 13, which is normal. So currently, the first round is underway, and that's only 1% of the total token amount allocated, which is the lowest and most favorable price. So taking everything into account, it is safe to say that this token will get 1,000x on the money. And I most definitely am invested in this. So if you want to participate in the first round, make sure you head over to dogealtcoin.com. And I have personally put in $10,000 myself. Now back to the video. Okay, this will tell you when the market is about to turn around as far as a major movement. So right now, HBAR Hedera is at an 18. That is good. That means people are not paying attention, right? This right here, this move you see right here, this is dumb money entering the chat. Okay, this is when you should be taking liquidity. So, when we get to around 100, right? So as you can see here, it reached 100 around between December 1st and the 7th of 2024. So if we head over to the chart and we find December of 2024, right? It's right here. This is when HBAR topped out. Okay, that's when people that have these wallets, the Trust wallet, your Coinbase, your crypto.com, your Uphold wallet, these popular wallets, Binance, right? When these notifications go out and it says HBAR has reached an all-time high, HBAR has, whatever, 30-day high, whatever high you want to call, right? That they send a notification out for. That is when it provides liquidity for larger players to exit. Okay, so you can look up any cryptocurrency as far as the chart, and then you can go over to Google Trends, to the YouTube section, and type that particular cryptocurrency in. Okay, and you can match up that when it reaches max popularity, which is 100, that is when you start seeing it coming down. Okay, it is an indication for you to get out, especially if it's something that you do not plan to hold long term. HBAR Hedera, I do not plan to hold long term. Okay, now my long term plays XRP, XLM, obviously Bitcoin because of the store value, and then there are a few other cryptocurrencies that have real world value. Right, I always tell people the best cryptocurrencies. Obviously, you can get a lot of gains with the meme coins, but the best ones to get the best gains and to hold long term are the ones that actually have real world technology that can be implemented. If it cannot be implemented and change your life, if there isn't something you can download, something that you can use, right, to send money, or if there is, an artificial intelligence app where you can, use it in your real life, it is garbage. Okay, it is complete garbage. And obviously, you can use it to make some quick gains over a month, over a week, however long, right? But long term, stay out of these things long term. Stay with them. Just, when these chart patterns set up, take advantage of it and get out. Okay, that is the whole point of it. And I talked about in previous videos with the cryptocurrency market, we're going to see something that happened just like back in 2008, right? Where you had a lot, or I'm sorry, when the dot-com bubble burst, right? When we saw all of these major companies just wake up, boom, they were out of business, belly up, bankruptcy, like Enron and some of these other companies. Well, the same thing is going to happen with cryptocurrency, right? We have thousands of them. And I would say, let's just say out of 1,000, 950 are going to go bankrupt. They're going to go out of business. You know, they're going to go to zero because they have no real world application or implementation. This also includes some of these exchanges, like how we saw with that one exchange where the guy, I can't think of his name, but he ended up going to jail, you know, because he was scamming with the exchanges. But some of these exchanges aren't as good as they say they are, right? We know that there are a lot of big ones like Coinbase, right? But a lot of these exchanges will go belly up. They will get bought out by other exchanges and combined. And a lot of these cryptocurrency projects will do the same thing because they have trash leadership and they have no real world implementation, right? We just like how we saw in the stock market, these big stocks just went flat overnight, right? We're going to see the same thing. Okay. Cryptocurrency is just another version of a newer version of the stock market. The stock market will become a dinosaur and the larger gains will be in the cryptocurrency market. But the best plays will be cryptocurrencies that have real world implementation. That is why Amazon does so well. That is why Apple does so well, right? That's why Google does so well, or ABC, right? Because you use these things, right? You're probably watching from an iPhone, right? You're probably using a Mac computer, right? A MacBook, right? You have some technology in Apple Watch. If you really use these things and you see other people using these things, they're probably very well or very good investment because of their customer base. Every time they put out a product, they sell out. The products, even though iPhones are expensive, people still buy them. Okay, so this is just something to think about when it comes to these things. Now, HBAR, you know, I'm still watching as far as real world application and implementation. I'm looking for them to get better and also, you know, looking at their leadership and the moves that they make. And again, you know, this is something that I'm not holding long term. I already said my long term plays, but this is just something to make some quick gains from and get out. And I know a lot of people aren't patient, right? A lot of people want these gains to come overnight. Here's the thing. You need to be patient when it comes to cryptocurrency. That's the name of the game. Just be patient. The more patient you are, then, you know, the better you'll do in this game. Everybody wants to just throw money in something and wake up tomorrow or within a couple hours make a lot of money, which you can, right? Well, in order to do so, you have to get involved with meme coins. That's like gambling. And you have to do something called getting in the trenches. You have to get on chain and learn how to figure out, okay, which meme coins are about to take off before they do. And there are ways to do that. But it's a skill set. Not everybody can do it. It's a skill set. But I don't suggest that the average person do that. Just invest in the great technology. Again, it's the #1 goon, the crypto goon. And I appreciate you all tapping in. Crypto goon out.